Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome once more to my channel. If you are new to this channel, my name is Lloyd and I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe to my channel before you leave. Like, comment, and share the videos. This morning, I'm in the process of making a kale smoothie for my breakfast. So, let's get into it here. I have a handful of kale, dragon kale or Laciano kale, and I have a, a little lamb's quarters. Some countries they call it um, pigweed. If you can recognize it from the shape of the leaves. Yeah, okay. Also, a few sprigs of celery. These celeries are coming back. I read these from the celery that I planted the what you would call the waste. I cut off the bottom and set it, and here I am reaping. Right, so, and also I have in here some parsley that I froze, cut them up and froze them. These are all the greens are coming from my backyard garden, and so I'll be using some berries, the berry medley I got at I bought at Price Right, and also a few pieces of frozen ripe banana and an apple. The apple is right here. So then to add to all of those, I have chia seed. So I'll be using a quarter cup of chia seeds and also a quarter cup of flax seed and a quart of water, of course, because I do not use juice or milk unless the milk is plant based. Say I have almonds a lot and I can make some almond milk. I'll make my own almond milk or coconut milk. Sometimes I use. Sometimes there are some recipes that call for coconut milk, and I might not have fresh coconut on hand. Yes, I will use some coconut powder, but that's as far as I go, and that is not often. So, yeah, I try to stay away from those type of recipes. So, folks, these right here are a blessing from the backyard garden. So I am using this opportunity to encourage you, if you have not yet started, get started in planting something, something in the garden, my friend. So I'm putting these straight into the blender, and I'm not cutting them in small pieces, because this blender is a very powerful blender. It's the Vitamix version, and it's excellent. It does an excellent job. So I don't even need to break them. I can just put them right in there, just like that. These on top right here, and then I'm going to put the seeds in here, and the chia seed and the flax seed in the middle. The reason why I choose to do it that way, I have learned over time that each time I put I put the seeds in and they're close to the sides of the container, they tend to get stuck to the side. So I said, let's put it in the middle. And then after putting this in the middle, I will also, this is a quarter cup of flaxseed I just poured in. And now for the chia seeds. And yes, chia seed goes in. That's 1, 2, 3 of this makes a quarter cup. And that's a baby. This is a scoop from the baby's formula. So 3 of those makes quarter cup of chia seeds. Okay. So now for the parsley. Parsley goes in next on top of the seeds, and then keep them in one place. Alright, and then here comes the celery. The celery now, I will be cutting the celery down to small, in a smaller portion. And the reason is that in the celery stalk, they have, I don't know if you can see these things, these little strands, right? And they get tied up in the blade, around the blade. And for that reason, I cut them into small pieces so they won't be able to tie up the blade of the blender, because when it does that, then the blades can't function the way they should. So these are the only things that I cut down to small pieces when I'm making my smoothies and I'm using celery. Everything else basically is easy to be pulverized by this blender. Yeah. This smells so good. Oh, I also left out, I have some moringa seeds to add to the smoothie also. Moringa oleifera, the miracle tree or the drumstick tree, it's the same thing. If you're over there in Asia, you might know it as the tree of life, or the miracle tree or the drumstick tree. Yeah. Yes, so the blender is 3/4 full of greens, and I'm going to add some fruits, just a few pieces of fruits, just to counteract the taste of the chlorophyll from the plants. This is 2, 4, 5 pieces of ripe banana. Make it 6. So that's 5 pieces. As for these now, this is frozen solid. Oh, I think I might be able to get a cup. And measure them. Yes, folks. And then I'm going to add apple, and then the water, a quart of water. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put the water in now so it can start to the chia seed and the flax seed can start to get softened. I soiled up this thing. So putting in the apple, I cut out the bottom and the top and just quarter it. And you go. Reason for cutting out the bottom section and the top of the apple, those parts are very hard to get washed. So when I'm washing, I just cut it out just in case there are any microbes lingering around. Let's put some water in this thing now. I'll put almost, yes, I'll leave this much in the jar. Don't want it to flow over. Now I'm going to add a few moringa seeds into the mix. This is 1/8 of a cup. I'll put that much in there. And head towards the blender. Make some noise. I got to make sure this cover is on, and I keep my hand on the blender. I don't, probably you guys notice that I'm always having my hand over the blender. Might be wondering why. I don't want the top to get blown off and stuff get blown all over the place. Okay. Spot. I want it to make too much of a heavy splash. So you got to turn it down and wait for the fruits to fall into the blade, like it is doing now. Yeah, and then I gradually turn the speed up. Here you have it. It's very loud. But it does a fantastic job. I'll use this few seconds to do a little cleaning up. So this cup comes off the ring, goes into the wash. Start putting back some of these stuff. Chia seed, flax seed goes in there. Need to get a spoon. Sorry about that. Alright. Got me a spoon for testing. Let me see what it's. Let's see the texture and the taste. Can add some more water to it now. a few of the seeds, the flax seed, get splashed onto the side, and but it's not as bad as it would have been if I didn't put them into the center of the blender. Chia seeds, they can be very frustrating because they stick it, and when they stick to a spot because of the gel that's on them, they are very hard to get moving. And folks, some people will buy the flaxseed oil, but the oil is, when it's in, or the powder, once the seeds are broken, then they tend to go bad quickly. They become rancid, and so that's why I prefer to use whole flaxseed and put it in the blender, add the water to it, so when they get crushed, there are no oxygen is there to hit them to start any form of oxidation, right? So they don't oxidize. So I add the water to this. Let me give it another spin. Okay, so folks, that's it. See, it's not super thick and it's not too thin. There's some body to it. If you are inspired to make a green smoothie, you can add more fruits to yours if it's the way you like it, but I want to cut down on my intake of sweets in every form, so I just put enough fruits in my smoothies to take the edge off from the chlorophyll, that green taste. Not everybody can handle it, because it took me a while to reach this stage. First, when I just started, I had to make them sweet to my taste, and if I'm making it for my kids, I make theirs sweeter than I would make mine, so I had more fruits, and there is something that I always like to add to my smoothies, but I don't have any today, and that is avocado. Avocado provides healthy fats and gives creaminess to the smoothie. So because now this I am going to be pouring into these jars, and these are quart jars, or if you're in Europe or anywhere else that use liter, then that use metric measurements, I should say, then this is a liter. Yes, so I'm going to be pouring in there and storing in the refrigerator, and during the course of the day I will have this. Alright, so when you do store it, if you don't have enough pulpy fruits in your smoothie, you will notice it tends to separate. So there will be water at the bottom and the greens will be sitting on top. But if you had enough ripe banana and apple and avocado to your smoothie, then it will come together more creamy and will not separate. Also, the flaxseed and the chia seed provides our body with omega-3 fatty acids, and in the plant form it's the purest form. It's better than what you would get from the fish, right? Because the fish, they are out there in the ocean and they are eating all kind of stuff, picking up this and that and microplastic on the rise now and all of those things. You want to stay away as much as possible from those things. Alright folks, so thank you for your time, and if you, as I said, if you're new to my channel, please remember to subscribe, like, comment and share. And I'm about to pour this out now, so let me give it another stir and then start pouring out. Okay, there we have it folks. So now here goes the pouring. Yeah, see how green and pretty it is. Pure energy you're looking at right there. With that in my system, I have no need for caffeine. No coffee, nothing like that. And this will keep me full. So I have a little bonus that's left over. This might be, let me see. Yeah, I might full this, let's see. So I get 2.5 quarts from this blender. It is 64 ounces max. Yeah, 64 ounces. So thank you for your time folks. Please remember, take care of your health. Your health is your first wealth, and if you take care of your health, it will in turn take care of you. One of the best ways to take care of your health is to monitor what goes inside. And one of the best ways that I find to monitor what I take in is to plant what I eat and eat what I plant. So now during the summer months, from spring to fall, I'll be planting and reaping from my backyard garden. And wherever I am in the world, I will always be planting something, as long as the good Lord above give me the strength to move and to be able to do something, put something in the ground. I will be doing that. And I encourage you, wherever you are right now, please do something, plant something, because as you can see, the food crisis is getting out of hand. We can hardly afford the basic necessities, right? So plant something, my friends. Start small and expand. Don't stress yourself about planting a big farm. No, even one plant in a flower pot or something, some form of container. Plant something, please. Catch you in the next video. Ciao. I'm out.